The redistricting battle continues, with Texas moving forward to give more Republicans the power in Washington, D.C. by changing Texas congressional district maps. But the conversation about non-partisan, non-politician commissions to draw maps, and there's now a new movement in Illinois to do just that. Go to thecentersquare.com and you'll get these headlines in your inbox by just simply signing up for the newsletter. Jim Talamonte getting this headline while I was out on a brief 3-day vacation. Headline is: plan launched to place redistricting amendment before voters in 2026. Let's go ahead and dump into this, as you've got the legislative maps. Two former U.S. Congress cabinet members, they launched a new effort to stop Illinois politicians from drawing their own legislative districts. Fair Maps Illinois co-chairs Bill Daley and Ray LaHood spoke at a news conference Tuesday at the Union League Club of Chicago and announced the push for a constitutional amendment to establish a redistricting commission, Illinois' notoriety for gerrymandering maps. It gained national attention this summer as Texas House Democrats fled to the land of Lincoln in an effort to avoid voting on Republicans' congressional districts' efforts in the Lone Star State. Illinois has an F grade of gerrymandering by the Princeton's Gerrymandering Project, and even Governor J.B. Pritzker joked on national TV that the maps were drawn by kindergartners. But you've got the former U.S. Secretary of Transportation, Ray LaHood. He joined with Bill Daley to talk about Fair Maps Illinois and their effort to get this on the Illinois ballots.
Ryan Spain, who has been our state rep for a number of years, from Peoria, was drawn out of Peoria.
It's pretty remarkable. More from LaHood.
The people of Illinois.
Oh, that's Daley.
The people of Illinois, for the first time in a very long time, have a chance to send a statement to the political system, both sides, that we want this thing to be different.
And will it actually happen, though? Here's more.
Everyone running for the state rep, state senate, other and congressional and statewide office holders will be asked the question, where do you stand on the Fair Map Amendment?
And will that actually get on the ballot? A big question, because you got to keep in mind, we've had this effort before in the past where tens of thousands, I think it was actually like 300,000+, 600,000+ signatures were gathered to get the question on Illinois' ballot, to have a constitutional amendment to say that new maps need to be drawn by an independent commission. Because the most recent maps that were drawn after the 2020 census, they were done in secret. Democrats had a little hallway that they carved out and secure behind lock and key, and they would go behind closed doors and draw the maps, and then we'd have like a hearing or two about the maps. People would complain about them, and Democrats went ahead and voted for them anyways. Governor J.B. Pritzker yesterday was asked about the efforts from this bipartisan group of Ray LaHood and Bill Daley, talking about the need for redistricting to get it on the ballot. And here's what he had to say.
I think having an independent commission is a good idea. It has to be done on a national basis, though. It can't be done state by state. We'd be unilaterally disarming as Democrats if we did that. But I think we should make it happen. There was a vote actually in the House of Representatives in Washington on a federal level. Every Democrat voted for it. Every Republican voted against it. So it's a little surprising now that Republicans have been pushing the fair map idea when they were opposed to it back then. But I have to say I have a great deal of respect, particularly for Secretary LaHood, who I've known for some number of years now, and I know that he's got the best interests of the state at heart. I would hope that included in that language of the referendum amendment would be language that would enact an independent commission when all of the states have enacted an independent commission.
Would you do one more than we got? Are you going to then oppose this at the state level?
No, I think that they have not yet put forward what their final language is and decided exactly how this will go forward. So I think, again, an independent commission makes sense, but it's got to be done in every state in the United States or done at the federal level for all the states.
So again, that's Governor J.B. Pritzker yesterday being asked about the bipartisan push to get a constitutional amendment on the ballot for November 2026 for voters to make the decision if they want, as the advocates for independent commissions say, do they want politicians drawing maps to pick their voters, or do they want voters being able to pick who their politicians are? So you've got that continuing forward. We'll be watching that as well. And I did just notice that the live stream cut off for some reason. We have to investigate that. But back with it here with Illinois in Focus Daily. And of course, you can catch these segments live or after the program to be able to stay plugged in. It is Illinois in Focus Daily. I'm Greg Bishop. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join us each and every weekday morning here for more Illinois in Focus Daily. And we'll be watching what happens with the independent map making process. We'll be watching what happens with the primary process. Tons of stuff for us to track here with Illinois in Focus Daily. Stay tuned.